Good morning, it's good to see you. Having a bit of a walk to a beach called Colomb today. Got an eclectic range of topics I want to have a chat about. I've got to leave India. Am I going to come back? Is it worth it? I want to talk about Indians who leave India and work overseas and whether they miss the place, the lifestyle. I want to give my impressions, my first impressions of Goa after a year. And someone mentioned to me the other day that they got the impression that the lanes and streets that I'm walking around remind them of an old Bali, and I have to agree. I have to agree. The pace of life, the lushness, the tropical sort of feel, and the rustic sort of way it's laid out is very, very reminiscent of an early Bali back in the 80s. But anyway, let's push on. This is Sushi Cafe. I've heard about this from people before. It seems to be one of the local expat sort of hangout, so I might check that out later. Let's push on. One of the things I really like about southern Goa is these little lanes and these little beaches and these little coves. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you, madam?
I'm good. Hi.
Oh, you have many cats?
Yes, cat.
How many?
6.
6?
Yes.
You really like them, yeah? How old is the oldest one? Yeah.
My 40.
40?
Yes.
And you have children also?
Yes, one girl.
One girl. Where is she now?
Sleeping.
Sleeping, working hard, yeah? Nice to meet you. What is your name?
My name Halka.
Halka. How long have you lived in this house, Halka?
This one 50.
50 years?
Yes.
50 years? There's just endless little laneways that lead to little coves and little beaches. There's our first side of the water there. Bit of a rocky outcrop out there. And I imagine it's simply because of this time of the year, but it's deserted. You know, there's the odd tourist or traveller sort of you might pass on the road, but by and large there's nobody here, you know, which I really, really enjoy. But they're just everywhere, these little coves, little lanes, walking through the lushness of it all. It's really good. Like, Goa has surprised me, I have to say. It's been a bit of a revelation to me. Not so much North Goa, but South Goa. Hello, sir. And yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it here. Hello. How are you today? Is that Colomb Beach? Colomb Beach. Yeah. Thank you. It's a nice little quiet spot, obviously. The villagers sort of just lounging around, catching up on a morning chat. There's a couple of big cows there, Brahman, by the look of it. Probably the biggest I've seen so far. Hello, sir. How are you? Colomb Beach. always in trouble, eh? They're eating your vegetables, sir. Where do you live, sir?
Huh?
You're living here?
Patnem.
Patnem. Oh, okay, thank you. I think I've come out at the northern end of Patnem, you know. Was that little place back there Colomb? Ah. Oh well. Doesn't really matter, really. We didn't have a good look at Patnem Beach the other day, so... Excuse me, sir. This is Patnem Beach, yeah? Where's Colomb? Colomb?
Colomb is same, it's called that side.
Oh, that little one there. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. What are you doing today? You live here?
Yes,
Yeah?
YouTube.
Sorry?
YouTube.
Yeah, just making a YouTube video. What is your work here, sir? You have a business here? No?
I work in Cavalossim, you know.
Oh, Cavalossim, yeah. What's your job?
I work in a hotel.
Oh, very nice, yeah? That's why you speak such good English, eh? What's your name?
Vijay.
Mijing. My name's Wayne Mijing. Thank you, huh? Have a good day, yeah? Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Making a YouTube video today in Patnem.
Good.
You look very well dressed, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask your occupation? You are with the government?
No.
No? What is your position?
It's there also my smaller restaurant is there. I'm taking a business.
Ah, this is your small restaurant here?
Yeah, yes.
So you in the monsoon you bring it down, and
Down here.
when will you start to put it up again?
November.
November?
Yes.
So you have
First
a nice
week of November.
first week. And where does it go? Right here?
Yes.
Right here?
Yes.
Oh, I see. That's a very nice job, I think so. I'll let you get on with your day. Yeah.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Something really nice about that seasonal work, isn't it? And I did wonder what these little bundles or these large bundles were along the side of the beach, and now we know. They're little pop-up restaurants. So they do the season, I guess, which is, he said, first week in November to March, maybe. Have the rest of the year off, or play with something else. I'm winding my way through, sort of just off the beach and coming across these little waterways. Hello, madam. How are you? There's a soccer ball in there. So lovely little walks. They're just lovely little walks around here. Well, for me anyway, I really enjoy it. Just sneaking through the back lanes and seeing what local life is like, and it's just so peaceful and calm and quiet, and it might seem mundane and somewhat boring to some people, but good morning, madam. How are you? I'm very well. Oh, very well. This is your house?
Yeah.
Doing the laundry today?
Yes.
I'm a YouTuber from Australia. How long have you lived here? Hello, sir.
10 years.
9 or 10 years? I'm a YouTuber, sir, talking to local Goan people to understand them better. And do you, your whole family lives here?
Yeah.
And you have a business for the tourists as well? You have a guest house or? Oh, I see. It's the Mickey's.
Mickey's Nautical now.
Ah, and what do you're selling drinks and food and?
Yes, and also rooms are available. Food.
Okay. And what can I ask? When does the season begin for you?
September.
September. So you're getting ready now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many rooms do you have?
We have 6 rooms.
6 rooms. Is it a big family you have here?
Yeah, we have a big family.
How many of you live?
20.
In the one house? Yeah. And how many children for you, madam?
I have 2 children.
2 children. Are they at school? A boy?
Yeah, and 1 girl.
Okay.
She's 2.5 and the boy is 9 years.
Wow, I like your earrings, madam. They're very beautiful. Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Look, I'm sorry to trouble you. You are doing your laundry. I'll let you have a good day. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Good luck for the season. So it's those little random conversations and the walking through the back lanes that I really enjoy, and I think this is one of the things about Goa that's been a bit of a revelation for me. I came here expecting, even though I knew it was monsoon, look at this little pathway up here. I came here expecting a monsoon for it to be quieter, but I expected it to be very much like those front rows of the beach where everything's sort of battened down and closed up, and you know, I should know better. There's actually life going on behind all that, isn't there, you know? And getting on these little back lanes around the beaches is just so much fun. I guess also because it's out of season, people are going about things a little bit slower, so they're, you know, more relaxed perhaps. They haven't got such pressing things to attend to during the day. But look at this. Like, so people have been commenting in other videos that, you know, oh, the roads aren't paved and there's potholes and, you know, it just looks scrappy and old. And yeah, well, some of us like that. Some of us don't want the pristine, sort of sterile look. We want a place that's lived in. And here comes the dog. He's got an attitude. Hello, sir. Perhaps they once kept pigs or something. Once upon a time, if you used the toilet here in Goa, the pigs were very, very handy. There used to be little drop toilets, and at the bottom of it, the animals used to take care of the waste. I don't think they're here or around anymore, but I've heard many, many stories of them over the years. There's another place that's a bit of an institution here, sort of around Patnem and Colomb. It's called Cow Corner. Quite easy to discern with the big picture of a cow on the side. On Saturday nights they have live music, and I'm coming down this evening with a couple of expat mates, and we're going to see, hi, how you going? Going to see some music. I don't know what they play, but yeah, back to this Goa being somewhat of a surprise. It's sort of what I'd hoped for in getting it. Hi guys, how are you? It's sort of, I wasn't expecting it, but it was what I was hoping for. Not so much that tourist ghetto stuff in the main centres of these places, but just again, as always, you only have to step a few streets away from that, and it reveals itself a bit more, you know. I find myself again at Patnem Chai Shop, and I'm now starting to understand how it's become so famous and what the attraction is to the place. I've had the very good fortune of meeting a gentleman today who I think is one of the more interesting chaps I've met on this trip. His name's Toto. Toto, thank you so much for our discussion this morning. You're such a articulate and knowledgeable chap. And I think your story is really interesting, Toto. You were well educated. You were in, I'm not sure what your business was, but you were making plenty of money. But you gave it all up at 40. Can you tell us your story a little bit about your life?
Well, there's the personal and there's the professional. Professionally, I was fortunate. I did very well. I did better than I thought I would. When I started out in terms of ambition and so on and so forth. But when it came to my personal life, it had been a roller coaster, and I was looking for a more peaceful existence, wherein I'd have more time to myself, and I chose to be relatively time rich and cash poor. It isn't that I burnt out or I disliked my job or anything of that sort. It's just that I chose a different lifestyle, wherein I would have more time to myself and be basically a master of my own time and space.
Did I recall, in our discussion this morning, which is wonderful, just by the way, you brought up this idea of guilt, and I thought that was a really interesting observation that you made, because it's my experience that I don't see so many people who do very well for themselves and they have a guilt, and you developed a social conscience because of your sheer luck at your position.
I think the social conscience existed from a very, very young age. It was within my family as well. Mm-hmm. I went to alternative schools, which was the Krishnamurti schools of education. So I attended a tiny school called Blue Mountain School in Ooty, and then I went on to its kind of sister school, Rishi Valley. Rishi Valley is actually the main school of the Krishnamurti Foundation around the world. And Krishnamurti, as you know, was one of the biggest philosophers of the 20th century. And so there is this element of social consciousness that was, and my father was from Rishi Valley as well, and so was my uncle.
Did he share the same concerns and the same awareness?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Can I ask what your field was? You're really quite articulate, and I'm wondering if that is through your education or through your work.
Well, I think I'm the last remnant of the success of the British Empire. I mean, English is my first language. My family worked in multinational corporations going back 100 years.
And your background, you worked
My
in
background is I did a bachelor's in history with honors, and then I did a master's in mass communication and professional writing from Australia as a mature age student. So I finished my graduation, moved into journalism, and then I sold out and moved into the corporate sector.
Sold your soul.
Well,
was that driven primarily by the rewards, the financial rewards?
Entirely by the financial rewards. I got two.
Is that when the guilt started?
No. I think guilt is a very strong word, and I know I used it in the past. But to me, it's a situation where when you're born with a certain amount of wherewithal, to give back to society in terms of not society at large, but to those, look, at the end of the day, you can't, fix a massive problem of 1.4 billion, of which about 900 million are poor, But what you can do is in your immediate environment, make a difference to those who actually need your assistance. So for instance, if I have someone talking to me about their career or talking about what they want to do, I perhaps guide them in a particular direction. If there's someone who comes asking for money, I won't give them money, but I'd rather feed them and spend time with them to try and give them a perspective that would enable them to better themselves. Sure. So that's one way of giving back. The fact of the matter is that when you're born into privilege, there's so much that you take for granted, and being entitled is, I think, a rather unfortunate state of mind.
You left the workforce, you left your career at 40 when you had this realization, or you had this feeling to move, or you had this idea to go and make some changes. And now it's been, I imagine, more than a decade since you've done that. And have you regretted it? Do you wish you'd stayed in the corporate world more? Do you notice anything in life? Do you think, well, if I'd stayed there for another couple of years, I would have been better in this particular area? Is there aspects of leaving it that you feel you may have made a mistake with?
I've never been materially oriented, and I worked in the corporate sector because, given my limited skills, it's the only space that gave me more money than I deserved.
The trajectory of your life now is going to take a similar vein.
There is zero direction. I think Buddha got it right when he said that ambition and desire is the root of all pain. And I'm very fond of saying that the easiest way to be unhappy is to try to be happy. I just live and take each day, each moment as it comes. There are certain things that affect me, quite harshly. But those are fleeting insofar as it's removed from my immediate day-to-day existence. And my day-to-day existence is peace above all else. And then the rest follows. Peace is a very boring space for a lot of people, So for instance, if you draw a line and you say this is death, and to live just like that, as different from this, a lot of people say that that's desirable, but when they actually get down to it, they're looking for that excitement.
Absolutely.
And so when you want that excitement to go up there, willy-nilly, it's going to come down there as well.
Sure, absolutely.
Whereas in my case, I'm very happy to live in this, this semi-comatose existence, and I'm all right with it.
Toto, I can't thank you enough for our conversation earlier this morning. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you for giving me your time here.
Thank you. Cheers.
If you're ever in the Patnem chai shop and you see this man sitting around, just go and say hello. He's one interesting guy. You know those times when you meet someone like Toto and you understand immediately that this person has a much deeper understanding and a much better grasp of so many things, and they reveal things to you and you just shut up, which is difficult for me to do. You just sit there and you just soak it up, it's just so much fun. So rewarding. Love it. This is what it's about for me. I get a real buzz out of sitting down and talking with guys like Toto. Super smart guy, knows history like you wouldn't believe. Now, where are we going? Just walking through Patnem now and going onto the south side, and came across Colombo Holy Cross Chapel, which is a lovely little church. Lovely place. And to those of you who are concerned, so many concerned, I'm now walking on the right side of the road, which I should have remembered from primary school, obviously. In my defence about walking with the traffic, in my experience, it doesn't really matter on most roads in Asia, because people don't really abide by the keeping left rule anyway, so they'll come at you from any direction. But I get the point. One of the things I've had to consider, or I'm considering as we speak, is my visa's up and I have to make a decision on whether I'm returning to India, going on to Thailand, or Vietnam or Nepal or wherever. I am going back to Australia for a week, and hi, I've just this guy just came directly at me and I couldn't tell why. Hello sir, how are you? This Jeep just veered straight at me. I didn't see the car coming the other way. I thought he was, I don't know what he was doing. So I've got to make a decision, and it's a difficult one to make for a number of reasons. The most important reason, hey, good man, you. It's happening a lot now, getting recognised a lot around this area. Maybe it is time to leave. My priority first and foremost is to enjoy my travel. Like, I have to go where I feel I want to go and see what I want to see, because I'm a traveller first and a YouTuber second. But the YouTube channel sustains, supports or underwrites these travels, so that comes a very close second to the initial reason to do it. And my concern is, well, not my concern, but if I want to continue to grow the channel, moving countries helps that a lot, because the algorithm puts you in front of new people in different countries, whether it be Thailand or Vietnam or wherever. So you pick up more subscribers, you pick up, you enjoy some growth. Having said that, I think there's a lot more here in Goa to explore, and I really like it here. So my decision is I leave in 7 days. I'll be in Australia for a week, and then I'm just dropping into Indonesia for a week. And then I'm coming back to Goa. I'm going to start in the north of Goa, and I'm going to systematically do the coast. So yeah, I am coming back, and I'll be back on around September the 16th. Fly out on the 1st, back on the 16th. I turned off the main road and took a little road, and I kept walking after that little road had finished. And I've come to this little area in here. There's a man fishing there. But this is just lovely. This is a lovely little area. I wonder if I can you get across there? I don't think you can. Hello sir, how are you? Good. Are you catching any fish? Yes. Yeah? Yes. How many today?
Like 4 or 5 fish.
Oh, very nice. It's good lunch today, eh? Good size too, eh?
Yeah.
Very nice. This is, you know, one of the joys I'm really enjoying about walking around these back lanes is these little places just pop up. There's this little river here that's just picture postcard perfect, and I'm hoping to get over there. So I've just snuck in to get a bit closer to the river. But this is just lovely. That smacking you can hear is someone doing their laundry. But this is very tranquil and very calm, very clean. These random walks around Goa I'm enjoying a lot. I've just stopped in that little cafe with the Marios on the wall. Just pulled in for a coffee. Over this India series, I've had numerous people, Indian people, who have left the country, and they leave comments, or I've gotten emails. And I get the sense that for some of these people that have left India, they're pining a little bit for what they're seeing in the videos. They're missing their culture, they're missing their places that they come from. And I was kind of curious if there's some kind of conflict for many Indian people who leave to go to the US or the UK or Australia, or to go abroad to pursue higher income or to further their career. I wonder if there is this conflict where they perhaps would prefer to be at home. They're not entirely happy where they are, but they are able to have a more financially prosperous life for it. I was wondering if there were any of you who are sort of living outside of India and watching these videos, if you might offer your opinion on what it's like to sort of leave your home country and move to another country, and perhaps with some regret, maybe regret's not the right word, but with some kind of feeling that maybe it wasn't the right decision, or perhaps it was the right decision for you. I'm kind of curious as to how many people, particularly Indian people, leave and go and pursue careers outside or abroad, and wonder if it possibly wasn't the right decision. Maybe they've planned to come back once they've spent 10 or 20 years over there, which I see that some people do. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting to see the amount of comments of people who are living overseas, Indian people living overseas, who kind of pine a little bit, I think, for their home country. I also wonder if there's some kind of expectation on people in India. They reach a certain level of education, they graduate, and if there's any sort of peer pressure or family pressure for these people to move abroad. The expectation has always been that once they've finished their education, they pursue work overseas, whether it be pressure from family. Well, invariably it is probably families. Perhaps it isn't. Perhaps it's more of a status thing. I've spoken to some people who, younger people generally, who aspire to this, and I get the sense that there's some kind of status in it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that probably isn't the right way to explain it. But they're quite proud of the prospect of them going overseas. I wonder. Obviously, the primary motivation, I imagine, is to pursue their career in a Western country which has a higher return for their efforts, perhaps, and they're able to support or build a life back here for the rest of their family. But if anyone's got any experience that they want to sort of let us know about, and them leaving the country and moving overseas, I'd really be interested to hear it.
Yeah, that guy just passed us, Maddie.
Huh?
The guy just passed us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he's made it out of all waste food.
He's recycled everything.
Recycled everything.
It's a restaurant, yeah?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Very nice place. Good North Indian food.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry, my friend, I've forgotten your name.
My name is Zach.
Zach. I was just walking down the road and I was thinking to myself, oh, I've got another 2.5 k's to go. Should I get a moto or a rickshaw or something? And Zach, who I met in the Patnem chai shop the other day, just pulled over and said, hey, Fiasco, you want a lift? Very generous guy. So I'm going to go as far as he's going. How far are you going?
Maybe 2 kilometers.
Good enough for me. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
That was nice of Zach to give us a lift back into Colomb. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. Might see you tonight. That's just about it for this one. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride. As always, I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. We'll see you soon.